Hey Santina, how you been? What's up, Lucky? Oh boy, I swear. It's like a never ending story of bullshit. Never ending story of bullshit. Fuck, man. It's like been raining all day and there's more coming. It's like, when are we gonna get a break from the rain? Like, this is like too much. I mean, I'd rather have rain than have a hurricane, but this rain is getting ridiculous. And looks like we're gonna have like a thunderstorm like any minute now. Fuck, man. Shit's fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I heard they got that sick bastard that killed Charlie. About fucking time. Piece of shit. Dumb young ass fucking kid, 20 something years old, just threw your whole life away because you disagree with somebody. Dumbass. And his father served in the for 20 something years, like, or in the, and like he was a veteran or something. So see, this is the prime example. I tell people. People say, "Oh, it's your upbringing." No, it ain't. It's you. You as a person have to make choices. You're 20 something years old. You're an adult. You can make your own decent choices. It's not your father's fault. Your father was a 20 something year veteran. Did he kill anybody? No. Not like your dumbass. His own dad turned him in. His own dad contained him and said, "You ain't going nowhere. You're going to get to lock the fuck up, you stupid ass." I swear, man. People in this world are like, the world is a beautiful place. Don't get me wrong. I love the world and I love all over the place. So many beautiful things to do, but the people are like on crack. And I told a lot of people that ever since COVID, everybody's going fucking crazy with rage and people are mental. And I swear to God, it's something to do with the V. I know it is because I know I didn't take that shit. And that's why I'm saying and I'm true to God and nothing's wrong with me. Everybody else that takes that shit, there's something fucking wrong. That's why we're not mental. And then people are like, "Oh, I didn't have a choice." Yes, you do. You always have a choice. Fucking tell me. I had a choice too. One of my clients said, "If you ain't got it, you can't come here." And I said, "Well, that's your problem. Goodbye." And I ain't worked for him ever since. You kiss my ass. You think I'm gonna go take something for you to work and get your money? I got my own money, ho. Must be mental. Me? God is my everything. I ain't never gonna take nothing from no damn bullshit. And I'm still here in living flesh, thanking God every day. You know what I mean? I'll say it out loud. I ain't care. Fuck that. But you know what? I'm happy about the positive news of today is the people who made fun of Charlie and was celebrating his death. They're all being exposed viral, and all them losing their jobs, got them fired. Big like people's names. Oh, even that guy on NBC, he got fired too for talking shit. So good. All those PC. That's why these people, right? Hey, Teresa, how you doing? That's why the internet can make or break you. That's why you gotta watch your mouth when you come on here, because you can say shit that's gonna go viral, and you can say shit that's gonna ruin your life. That's why you gotta keep quiet. You can't say certain things, because then people are like, "Yeah, you're acting up." And people with big platforms are exposing all these people. Hey, that shit was funny as hell. I was like, good. Now who's laughing now? Take that. You get to watch your grandson this weekend. Oh, nice. Enjoy it now while you can. When they're little and they're like under 16. Because after 16, it all goes to shit. They don't even know who you are anymore. It's not everybody, though. I'm only teasing. But some of my nephews, I ain't seen them since Christmas because they just don't care. Like, I ain't gonna go see my Uncle Mark. I ain't worried about him. I'll see him on Christmas. Gee, thanks. At least I get to see you on Christmas. You start your Reiki 2 level tonight. Nice. Good. Stick with it, Teresa. I'm proud of you. Apparently, I said a month ago that Reiki is fake. Apparently, I said those words. I'm still waiting for the evidence of me saying that. Da, 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 da. What the heck is going on here? Oh, I see. Exactly. I was accused of saying. I'm always being accused of saying things, but I'm yet to find out where. Oh shit! I didn't want to press that. I'm still trying to find the evidence. See, people accuse me of things, but they never have no evidence. Like I tell people all the time, liars don't have proof. Santina, how's your job going? All good? I ain't seen you in a while. Take your time, Lucky. Hey, Claudia, how are you, sweetheart? You good? You know how people are. They be talking to hear themselves. I ain't worried about it. I'm just glad Charlie's killer's caught, and I'm glad he's gonna get. They're gonna try and give him the death penalty. That fucker, and I hope he does get it. But like people say, he should suffer some more. I'm sure they probably beat the shit out of that punk. And then on top of that, all the people that made fun of him, they're trying to pinpoint every single last one of them and get them fired. A lot of people got fired from their jobs for disrespecting Charlie. Big honor ceremony in London on Charlie. Oh, nice. That's good. A lot of people. Well, yesterday they had like a vigil for him, and this gay guy came up to like the supporters and was like, "Fuck Charlie Kirk," and he got a beat down. He got slapped all up, and then the police saved him. And then he got up and started running his mouth again, and this big guy knocked his ass down. Then he got back up, and then the police were like, "Yo, we're gonna have to arrest you because you're just causing disturbances." And and I said to myself, this fucking guy just never learns. Like you know that people don't like that shit, right? And then you're starting trouble with people just having a vigil for the guy. If you don't like him, keep riding. He was on a bike. The shit went viral last night. I was looking at it this morning, and I'm saying to myself, this fucking guy is a weirdo. Like and you're wearing like a rainbow bag, right? You're wearing a rainbow bag. You blatantly saying you're gay, and then you pull up in front of Charlie supporters, knowing fully well Charlie don't like you, and you want to start trouble, and then you got slapped up. Good. That's what you fucking get. What's wrong with damn people? Santini said everyone's getting on your nerves. Join the club. People get on my nerves every day. Sometimes I don't want to watch the news and I don't want to see the internet because it gets on my nerves. And everybody's vexed right now. Everybody's irritated. People are mad as shit. People are like trying to, act like, like nothing's wrong and they can do whatever they want and disrespect you and talk bad about you. It's like people are fucking annoying, man. It's like it happens every day. And I think people just don't care. Like they're like, you know what? You gotta do what I do. You gotta do what I say. You gotta do shit when I want you to do shit. People trying to get people's attention, annoying them, disrespecting them like I saw in that video, like, like chill the fuck out, man. Like live your if one thing about me, right? I said it earlier in my live when I was washing dishes, but I deleted it. I said earlier, the reason I haven't gone to the United States in 5 years, you know why? You think I want to go to the mall and see a bunch of freaks at the mall dressed up as guys, dressed up as women, women dressed up as men, guys holding hands with each other and kissing each other, women doing the same? You think I want to watch all that shit? I don't want to see that, bro. That's disrespect. You shouldn't be showing that type of affection in public at a mall for kids to get confused. It's bad enough you're trying to confuse them now. You should never be trying to confuse the public eye. Keep that shit somewhere else. Why don't you open up your own fucking mall and walk through there like that? Like, God, have some fucking respect for the children. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm not going to the United States, and I refuse to, cause that's the place where it's the most fucking people doing that dumb shit, and I ain't going there. Last time I went to Boston 5 years ago, I was walking through the mall, and all I saw was a bunch of idiots everywhere. And then my sister came from there this year. She was like, Mark, I know you ain't gonna want to go there. You see all those type of people everywhere now. It's like it's blatant. It's like right in front of your face. I'm like, that's why I ain't going there. Because in Bermuda, I don't see that shit. I could walk for miles around Bermuda, around town, and I'll never see that shit. Never. Because you know better. Here, you know better. You ain't gonna get away with that shit. You ain't corrupting our kids. Hell no. Like I said, you can be gay, you can be transgender, you can be all that stuff. You do whatever you want. It's your life. But don't do that shit in public, right? Where you're gonna confuse these children and disrespect them. Know what I'm saying? You could do all that shit. I ain't got nothing to you. I'm against it, obviously. I'm not for it, right? But what you gotta do, right, is you gotta respect the public. You don't see a man and a woman going down the road, doing dumb shit like that. Kissing on the escalator, lifting up each other, feeding each other up. And if they do, that's disrespect. People are gonna fuck them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some fucking respect for people. But see, they don't care. That's why nobody likes those people, because they go around doing dumb shit. And then when they caught this freak that killed Charlie, he had shit written all over, like the bullet casings and shit, like transgender rights. Um, he had all this stuff written all over it, like you are fascist, take this bullet, all this bullshit. So what? I can't be what I want. I gotta be what you want. Man, get the fuck out of my face. Teresa, I got a donation. Oh, you sent for Claudia. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm over here like I'm getting really irritated with all this bullshit in the world, man. I'm sick and tired of these people. People are getting fucking irritated like me because I'm sick and tired of shit. You wanted us to accept you, and then the people that we accept, a lot of people have accepted the fact you want to be that way, and then you want to go against what people say about you. So if you don't like somebody, what gives you the right to kill them? That don't make no sense. You don't make no sense by killing a person that you disagree with. If that was the case, everybody would be dead. Because there's not one person in this world that you ain't gonna disagree with. So what's your problem? That don't make no sense. Like, hey Sophie, how you doing? Yeah, 22 years old, threw his whole life away because you disagree with a man that's talking about shit you don't like. So why don't you go? So why is it that so Joe Rogan, right? I know you guys know who Joe Rogan is, right? Joe Rogan is one of the most controversial iPod podcasters in the world. He talks shit about everybody, right? He always dissing people. He don't like none of that bullshit too, right? He calls out people and shit. You right? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I watch Joe Rogan all the time because he always has some interesting guests, right? And why nobody killed him? You see what I'm saying? People are sick, man. It's like you can't have an opinion these days. It was the same thing with me on here a couple years ago. A couple LGBTQ weirdos were in here listening to me talk about a gay story that I told during when I was DJing one time. So they tore the ass out of the whole thing, started calling me a bigot and all that. I said, you can call me whatever you want. Because if you can't accept that I don't like what you guys do, right? Then you have to accept that I don't care about you and your in your group. When you're in a group, that means you and your group are supposed to like each other, not the people on the outside. It's called get a life and get and use your common sense. Yeah, I just finished telling everybody that the killer's dad was a sheriff for 20 something years. Okay, Teresa, thanks for paying it forward for Claudia. I appreciate that. And have a great day. I'll be back on tonight, so I'm sure you'll catch me tonight. Aren't you coming live tonight? I think I saw a notification. Aren't you coming live tonight? I think. I'm not sure. I could be dreaming. Yeah. Well, people get killed for being good people. Jesus got killed for telling the truth and performing miracles and healing people. Yeah. The problem is like I always say, if you disagree with somebody, move on. Don't hate the person. Don't debate the person no more because you're talking to the wall. You have to ignore the ignorance of people. If you can do that, you'll be at peace. How many people in this world that you disagree with and you don't watch them or you don't deal with them no more? I'll give you a quick example. That show that's on TV called The View, where Whoopi Goldberg, that dumbass hoe, and all those other women on there talking shit, Sunny and all those other hoes. That show is one of the most toxic shows on earth. Every day talking bullshit, encouraging violence, encouraging hate, encouraging bullshit, having people on their shows that the same way they think. Let's hate Donald Trump. Let's hate America. Let's hate this person. Let's hate that person. Let's go slap this person. You Democrats are literally saying punch the people in their face and start violence. But you're supposed to be, the party of peace. But you guys are not. You're the Democrats. That's what you are. And these people have the nerve to talk shit about people and rile them up all day and disrespect them. So I don't watch that show because I watched it once and once only. And I said I never liked Whoopi Goldberg anyway. She's a weirdo anyway, right? But I watched that show once and I never watched it again because I knew that those women are all toxic and all they do is run people down to the ground because if it ain't their way, they know everything. They know absolutely everything. And when Trump won the election, those people were devastated. No, America's gonna be ruined. Yeah, America's still there. He's cleaning up all the dumb shit you promoted. Dumbass. That's why I ain't going to America. I love America. I love Boston. I love all the American people that come in here. I love you to death because you don't disrespect me. Right? And I have a lot of American friends. But the actual country itself and some of the people in there are ruining it for the entire world. Not because everybody, feeds off America. So if there's a bunch of crazy fucking people in America, it's gonna like be domino effect for the rest of the world. That's why it's sad. And I won't go there because I don't want to look at all that shit. Because I don't look at that shit here, so I definitely don't want to look at it there. Hell to the no. All right, Claudia, I got some good shit here for you. I asked for like a general work month, the rest of the month, because we're already on the day 12 here. So I want to give you a reading for now to the end of the month. It says that you're going to enjoy talking to people. You're going to enjoy handling matters. You're going to have the ability to do what you got to do. You're going to get letters, emails, text messages, phone calls of all enjoying the communication that you get. Your finances, as far as benefits, profits, gains, will all improve this month, the rest of the month. The success of money and advantages of getting money, favors, anything like that will be up high will be high this month, or the rest of this month. And also what I'm getting here is things are going to improve more and more as the month goes on. Around the 20th, which is like 8 days from now, because I got number 20 here, judgment. And that tells me that around the 20th, which is Saturday, so that weekend you might hear of something that develops, improves, something that, you might even get like some type of promotion for doing some good work. And because the judgment is getting what you deserve, it's something that you need, accounting for your actions so that way things do improve. Your past efforts right up into the present are going to be the outcome of your success. Now, the only downfall I see here is people. Like we already know, people are a fucking downfall anyway. So you might doubt and be suspicious of someone. Somebody might be slanderous, gossiping, trying to shame you, trying to be, being a shady person. There's always somebody, right? So there might be somebody that aggravates you this month from now to the end of the month, somebody that you're suspicious about, somebody being shady, somebody being annoying, trying to cause you to fear them or fear something, So, but otherwise that I get more positive than anything. So benefits, profits, gains, money, success, getting what you finally deserve, getting communication from someone or something that you've been looking forward to that brings enjoyment. And it's going to be like one good thing after the other. It might be at least two good things from now to the end of the month that will make you happy. So it's pretty much like there's nothing else I can say. It's all like pretty much good shit. Like, honestly, nothing bad at all there. But I'll give you a spirit message as well. Well, the reason why Teresa pays it forward to some people because she knows she's psychic as well, and she knows when somebody really needs a reading. She's a sweetheart like that. That's why I hope God blesses her with all the things that she wants. See, God's already put her through the first stage of Reiki. Now she's going on to the second. Some bad people tried splitting us up as friends and it didn't work. So sad. People are fucking weird, man. They just like want trouble every day. I don't know. I'm the type of person I want to be like trouble free, worry free. I don't want like no drama at all. Like I just want to be free from all sorts of bullshit. Like I can handle a little something here and there, but like like bad luck of something or whatever. But like people actually trying to like disrespect you and doing bad shit, and I don't get why people even waste their time. Like I have no time for that. I can't find an hour in the day to try and be manipulative or bad to somebody. That shit just don't doesn't interest me. Why would I want to be bad or start trouble? Well, apparently I do because I talk a lot on here and say a lot of things that people don't like. So apparently that's why they don't like me. But I don't really care. I'm still here. Next week will be 6 years I've been here. And I'm going to be here for many more years. So get used to it, freak. All right, Claudia, let's see what Spirit has for you. See, you're doing it now, Mark. You're taunting these people. No. No, I'm just talking. I'm not taunting. I'm just talking. See, I should shut up. See, the cards fell out of my hand. Spirit's like, stop your noise, Mark. Shuffle the cards. Vicken, why would I help you if you don't even say hi? When you walk into somebody's house, do you say hi to them? Do you say hello? Do you say anything? All right, Claudia, your card is let go. And it says, once you let go of the outcome, you will be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best interests at heart, and we will do everything in our power to protect you. So there you go. Let it go, and it'll be all good. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Was that so hard, Vicken? See? First of all, right? It's always good to greet people and say hello. Okay? That's the first thing. Especially in this room. I don't talk to anybody unless they speak to me first. You say hi, that's great because you're greeting the person that you're coming into their energy. Second of all, I don't answer free questions. Okay? Every question that I answer is paid for. $5 a question. That's how it goes. I don't answer free questions because if I answer for you, I have to answer for everybody else. The only thing I give for free is a basic message from spirit, and that's it. So that's what I do. So now that you know, that's the program. And I know you're new here, and that's fine. All right? But that's how it is here. Well, Claudia is offering to pay for a question for you. Maria, what's going on? You good? You said good here. About to pick up your son in like 10 minutes. All right, cool. If you don't have PayPal, I have Super Chat. You can pay by credit card. That's how it works. So when people come on here and make excuses or to pay certain ways, there's two ways you could pay me. So if you have a credit card, you can always pay. But you just got a free reading from Claudia. So you can thank her first, and then I'll answer your question. Yes, Claudia just got a free reading from Teresa, paid it forward, and now she's paying it forward. See, these are the type of people I have in my room. Good people, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Capiche? Yes, remember the gratitude, please. The way the world is right now, we need some respect, gratitude, and gratefulness. All right, so you said you just broke up with your girlfriend. Will she come back? What should you do? Well, if you broke up with her, you got to ask yourself, first of all, why did I break up with her? Then you say, well, do I actually want her back? Because she might do it again. Oh, the way you wrote it, you said, I just broke up with my girlfriend. That means you broke up with her. All right, now that we got that clear, see, that's what I do. I check, make sure everything, I'm asking the right questions. And how do you say your name? Bicken? Is that it? I don't want to butcher your name either. All right. So what I'm getting is your girlfriend needs some time. She has anxiety right now over the breakup. She wants to be like by herself right now to gain her thoughts and her and her mentality. She's being very cautious. She's kind of like wanting to like be alone right now because of what's happened between you and her. But what I get is she thinks that you're being deceptive or tricky with her, or you want to. This could be numerous things here, right? The only way she's going to come back to you, which I see she might come back to you, but the only thing is you can't be deceptive. Okay, Claudia, you can't be deceptive, you can't be tricky, and you can't use your power, against her and make her do things that she doesn't want to do. She thinks you're very confident, and she thinks that you're reliant, and she thinks that you have a lot of free will and willpower, and she thinks you're a good person deep down inside. But she might be upset because you might have cost her money, you're impatient, you give her anxiety, and you've done some things, and you might not, maybe your finances isn't that great, and that's why she's kind of upset, because she doesn't want to go back to you if you ain't got no money or your finances are all over the place. But I do get that you can get her back, and she might come back to you. Now, when is the issue? But it could even happen this month where she comes back and you guys talk about it and see if you can resolve your issues. But this is what I see in the cards, that why she doesn't want to get back with you right away. Because this is how she looks at you, or this is what's going on in the relationship, and that's why she broke up with you. Because when you show up here as the magician, that means that you want things your way. You're confident. You don't need a person to like give you things and do things for yourself, but at the same time, you might be tricking her or deceiving her of what she really wants with you, and then you're like, no, I have a job to do. I ain't got no time for you like that. So she feels the anxiety, she feels impatient, and she feels like your actions are out of line at certain times. But it seems like she's a good woman, because I got her as the Empress, and that's a good girlfriend. That's a good woman. So if she's a good woman, she wants you to be a good man. So that's why she probably broke up with you. And she might come back by the end of this month, but it depends on whether or not you're going to change your ways or you're going to do what she wants you to do. You got to do your side of it. So I don't know if that resonates, but that's what I got. So to answer your question, you know, that's the deal. Well, her mom and brother are probably telling her, "Do you really want this guy to run your life and not have no money, or are you gonna go see somebody else?" So maybe they convinced her to break up with you because you're not being the person that she wants you to be. So you can answer that question. See, the reason of your breakup has to be changed in order for her to take you back. But you can try and convince her. That's up to you. You got to do that. You have to convince her why she should take you back. That's on you. The mother and the brother can only have so much influence. Love can be more powerful than what someone says. So if she broke up with you before because of a certain reason, like one of the reasons that I'm saying here, then that's up to you to you either change your ways and give in to her so you can have her back and work your way from there, or you just leave it alone and go find another one. It's up to you. Only you have control of what the breakup was about and what you want to do. You see? Mm. See, I'm getting that her brother and her mother have contributed to, you know, this, like you're saying. They have like been involved. I can see them. The mother more than anything. I see a woman that's pretty nasty. So, and it's a mother. It's a Queen of Swords reverse, which is a person who is like convincing her to stay away from you and this and that and blah blah blah. And then I do get the brother here as well. He might be like kind of suspicious of you, and he's like saying, you better check, you better watch out for him. He might not be the person you said, this and that, blah 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 blah. I mean, like I said, this is up to you. You see what I mean? You should approach her whenever you can. Tonight, today, right now. If you really love this, let me tell you something, bro. If you really love this woman and you don't want to lose her, you got to find out whether or not she wants you back, even and wants to be with you. Because if she broke up with you, it's because she's fed up. So you got to ask yourself, why is she fed up with me and why she broke up with me? And if you don't really know, you need to ask. So that way you can find out what you can do to get her back. If you really want her back, you got to communicate with her. You can't just sit here and wait for her to say, "Okay, I want you back. I'm cooled down now." You know. So you got to find a way to communicate with her. Her job, her home, whatever. You got to do your best to go after her if you want her so bad. She's not just gonna wake up one day and say, "I want him back," because she broke up with you. Remember, she's the one who broke it off with you, and it's for a reason. So you got to find out. You got to say, "Okay, the reason is this, this, and this. So now, what am I gonna do to get her back? How am I gonna convince her to take me back? And I'm not gonna do the dumb shit that I was doing to break up." You got me? So that's what you have to figure out. But if I were you, and you know you're innocent, right? Now listen to what I'm gonna tell you. If you're innocent and you feel like her family is involved, right? And they're trying to just get her away from you and you ain't done nothing, then you have to prove your innocence. You got to prove that you're worth taking back and be her boyfriend again. That's up to you. You gotta find a way to communicate so you can fight back to get her back. But that's up to you, bro. Only you know. Hey, love and life, how you doing? Okay, Maria. Take care, sweetheart. I'll be back later. It's been really bad weather here today, so I'm just like, it's like 5 o'clock here, and it looks like it's 8 o'clock. It's so dark from like the clouds and the rain and shit. It's ridiculous outside right now. I even have my light on. It doesn't even seem right. So Bicken, I would say go for it, bro. If you really love her and you want her back and you know you can you it's up to you. Like you gotta say, okay, what can I do to get her back? What can I do to gain her trust? What can I do to show her how much I love her? That's up to you, bro. You know? Now it's up to you. I see that she will take you back, but it's up to you. Right. So the sooner you solve it, the better it gets. But you shouldn't like that's the thing. If your conscience is bothering you like that, you can't sleep, you can't eat or focus on your job, then you gotta fix it. Only you can fix your life. Tarot cards, psychics, people, nobody can change you but you. Only you know what you want and what you gotta do. You know her better than me. But I'm getting that if you were to go after her, she would possibly take you back. I'm not getting no. I'm getting more of a yes and a maybe. But you gotta do what you gotta do. It's up to you, bro. You gotta go get her back. Love and life, same shit, different day. It's been a crazy week, crazy year, full of a bunch of idiots everywhere in the world. People are out here doing a lot of dumb shit. That's why I'm so glad I live where I live. I ain't got to deal with none of that bullshit. Well, if her mom is not letting her out of the house, then she must be very young. If she, what do you mean? Like, what are you, 16 or 17 or something? Who the heck's mother don't let their daughter leave home? You know, she's got to be over. If she's over 20 and she's in that type of predicament, then that don't sound too good. If she's 24 and her mother says she can't leave the house, that's not good. At 24 years old, she should be able to make her own decisions. Well, does she work? Does she work? Do you know where she works? If you can't get her at home, go to your job. Go to her job. I've been there, done that. When they don't answer their phone, I go where they work or I go where they are. I know where they are. I'll go find them. I'll wait for them. You ain't gonna communicate with me. I'm gonna go find you. Like I said, that's what you got to do. If she's a student and she's at school, then go. But I'm sure her mother and brother are not with her 24/7. So they both sit in class with her in school? Come on, bro. I doubt that happens. I highly doubt that they go everywhere she goes. That can happen. Or else that's some whack ass shit. You don't want a woman like that then. That's what you have to ask yourself, bro. There's a billion women in the world. And if you have a woman that's run by her mother and her brother, then why the hell would you want that life? That's a no-no. That's a red flag, bro. To me personally, I would never date a woman like that. If her brother and her mother is with her 24/7 and dictating to her what she wants in her life and going everywhere she goes, that's not real. That's not a person you want in your life. You need somebody that's free and can make their own decisions and do their own thing. Well, if she's not, look, no answer is an answer. So when you get no contact, that means that person don't give a shit. And I know you probably don't want to hear that, but that's the reality of it. When people don't talk to you, it's because they don't give a shit about you no more. You see what I'm saying? Or they need time to get to a mentality where they can finally talk to you. But if you want to speak to her so bad, then you have to pretty much go to where she is. Simple. That's what you got to do. So it's up to you, bro. It's up to you. When there's no contact between you and somebody, it's because that person is pretty much done with you, or they just need time to sort their shit out. But it's totally up to you what you want to do. But you can find her without her brother and her. If you can find her without her brother and her mother, then you'll be all right. And I'm sure there's going to be an opportunity to find her without them being around. I'm sure they don't go to the bathroom with her. I'm sure they don't go to school with her. I'm sure of that. They might drop her off and then go. And then when they drop them off, that's when you're there already. Like, you want me to be the FBI for you? You want me to tell you how to really do it? So what you do is you go wherever she is, wherever she's going to school, you go in the building, right? So when she comes through those main doors, the brother and the mother's not there. And then when she comes through those doors, you say, hey, look, I'm here. I need to talk to you. Give me 5 minutes. What is she going to do? Scream at the top of her lungs? Leave me alone. No. You know? So that way the mother and the brother don't see you. And that way you can have a word with her. That's what I would do if I really want to talk to a woman that I love that broke up with me for no reason. But if she broke up with you for a reason, then you got to analyze the reason and say, hey, if I want her back, I got to, change my ways or apologize or do something. People just don't break up with you just to break up with you. I agree. But Love and Life's like, oh my God, no. Mark, don't do that. I'm just talking like as a person, as a man, if I ain't done nothing wrong to a woman and she breaks up with me, and he's saying that the mother and the brothers influenced the breakup or involved, then why the fuck you want to deal with that for? I'm not marrying you, your mother, and your brother. I'm gonna end up marrying you. I don't give a fuck about your family like that. And if they're involved, then they're gonna irritate and ruin our marriage and ruin our life, because that's what happens. The family ruins everything. So when you get that red flag and you're not even married or even thinking about marrying that person, you better run, because it ain't gonna change. And if a woman breaks up with you, it's time to run. Leave it alone and go about your business. There's billions of women in the world. Hey, Marley. 46 more minutes, and Marley knocks off. Well, I'm over here speculating because I haven't heard why the breakup, nor do I can't really force things out of people. But like I said, that's up to him to deal with, and that's my point. If you are innocent after you get a breakup, if somebody breaks up with you, right, it's because you are doing something bad to them, right? Or they got caught doing something, or they're just doing bad shit, so they get rid of you. So you got to ask yourself, am I innocent? Can I prove I'm innocent about why you broke up with me? Or did you break up with me because what I said about you is true and you're not doing what you got to do? Because some people live in like delusionment, whereas, oh, well, what do you mean I didn't do that? Or yes, you fucking did, but you don't want to admit it. And you think that person is going to keep putting up with your bullshit. So that's when people get mad and say, look, I'm breaking up with you because you ain't changing. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you're not supposed to change a person. The person should automatically want to change for you, with you, or change some way to make themselves better so they can be in a decent relationship. Yes, I am. Well, that's okay, but you probably did something else. You got to ask yourself, why did she break up with you? Only you know. I don't need you to tell me. It's none of my business. But she broke up with you for a reason. So you got to ask yourself, can you correct that reason? That's it. My dog's over here snoring out of control. Just don't mind her. She's annoying. She broke a commitment and I asked questions. Then I said something bad. Well, there you go. So let me tell you something. If she broke a commitment, right? And you asked questions and said something to her about breaking the commitment and she broke up with you, that's God's way of saying, run. Get rid of this person. Because if she's breaking a commitment now, she's going to keep on doing it. And if she's got her brother and her mother as her little bodyguard pets, that's a no-no. You're not supposed to date the whole family. You're supposed to date that person. So if she done that, why the hell do you want her back? So she can keep doing it again? This is what's wrong with a lot of people in relationships. You keep thinking that, oh, well, she won't do it again. Oh, he won't do it again. Yes, they fucking will. Because if they got away with it the first time, they're going to get away with it every time. Because you're dumb enough to let them do it. Sorry, not sorry. And this is why Marky is single for over 8 years now. And this is why. Because I can't trust a woman as far as I can throw them. Until I trust you, I can't love you. Same thing goes with my male friends, female friends, family, people on here who have, if I can't trust you, I don't want nothing to do with you. As soon as I get that red flag and it waves all in the air in front of my face, I take the flag, I put it up, and I leave it there with your name on it. And I've never come back. It ain't happened. We should not be dealing with things like that in our lives. So then why you want a woman like that for? If she's revealing your secrets to her, your secrets to her friends, why would you want her back? So you're dealing with a crazy woman. Wake up, bro. You don't want that. You don't want damn problems. You should never settle for a woman like that. Look at every single thing that you told me is all red flags and all bad shit. Why the hell would you want that woman back? That's God saving you from another disaster. People don't think that way, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, that's what. But when I talk as a man because I love women, and women, I love women to death. I love women. I love women more than anything. But I don't love a crazy, deceitful, lying woman. Hell no. If I can't trust that woman, I don't want her. Same thing with friends, family, everything. Doesn't even have to be relationships, just in general. If I can't trust you, I can't trust you. Well, sometimes the first one is to break you in. And you're even admitting it that she's a bit crazy, but you love her. But see, you can't call that love, bro. Love is not breaking commitments and disrespecting you and being with somebody crazy. There's more to the story. Hearing shit like this reminds me that I'm doing the right thing in life, staying far away from these damn people. I love women, but not that much to get hurt again. You ain't breaking my damn heart. My heart's been repaired, healed. I took the duct tape off of it a couple years and now it beats. Now it's healed, full of love. Ain't no woman breaking my damn heart no more. Hell no. Mm-mm. Sometimes I don't even feel my heart because that's how genuine and full it is of love. I had like a little piece of my nail on the side from when I was outside and it was bothering me, so I had to like bite it off. It's not there no more. It was irritating me. It's like a little piece. Now it's pouring again. Damn it, man. It ain't stopped raining. It's annoying, man. It is. Ain't stopped raining. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like rain and rain every fucking day. Like this whole month is rain every day. It's absolutely nuts. My very first true love was when I was 16, 17, going 18. And actually, I was 18. My bad. Yeah, I was 18. And my girlfriend came to me and she said, "Look, I'm going away to college. And I think we should break up because I can't trust the fact that I'm gonna be miles and miles away from you, that and all these women, they're gonna end up trying to get you from me, and I'm gonna be there, you're gonna be here." And I'm like, "You're going away for 2 months and then you're coming back for Christmas. Like, you think in 2 months I'm gonna ruin what we have? Like, hell no." So she was adamant on, like, breaking up and separating. So I said, "All right, whatever." I'll never forget it. We was in the car and she was just like started crying. I'm just looking at her like, this girl is fucking dumb. Right? So I was like, whatever. She was my first true love. I loved her to death. But I let her go. I was like, well, if you want to do that, then it's on you. It's your fault, not mine. You want to leave, not me. If you think I'm going to cheat or do something like that, then that just shows your insecurities. Guess who went to college for 2.5 months and came back with a boyfriend? Her, not me. See? So she already had it all planned out. She was like, fuck this. I'm done with Mark. I'm going to college. I'm going to act up. She came back with a boyfriend and then she broke up with that guy about 2 months later. And he went to a nut house for a whole fucking month to get his mind right. because he didn't understand why she left him. And now, in this current day, right now, September 12th, she's divorced, remarried to a guy that's old enough to be her daddy. So that's just to show you I dodged a huge bullet. Did I ever? Because if I would have married her in a couple years and had kids with her, she would have cheated on me like she did with her husband. When she was with me, she was a Leo. But when she left me, she became a Leo. And she still is. And I want nothing to do with her. Ain't spoke to her in years. That's it. I still speak to her family. We still speak to each other. Her brother and I were like best friends. We spoke this year at some point in time. We catch up with each other every now and then. You know. So it's all good. That was my first love, and after that, I had many different girlfriends throughout my lifetime. That was 30 years ago. And in the last 30 years, I've had a few girlfriends, nothing really serious, nothing where I can say, I'm going to put a ring on your finger and marry you and have your children. Hell no. I'm smarter than the average guy. I tell you that right now. I am never going to marry a woman that shows me that she ain't serious. That ain't happening. And I'm never going to have children with a woman that ain't serious and lies or gives me a reason to not want to be with her. And that's how my life's been. I'm glad I could make you guys laugh. I can laugh about it now. See, it don't bother me, but she destroyed my heart into pieces, bro. So I know how you feel. And I was young, way younger than you at the time. That was the woman I've always wanted. I imagine myself with her every day. We went to the prom together. She was my high school sweetheart. And she ruined everything. And her life is still fucked up. And she looks like shit right now. She looks anorexic and she's a drunk hoe. Leho. Her birthday was like 3 weeks ago. And I'll never forget it. Her birthday is the day before my nephew's birthday. And I told my sister, please hold that baby in one more day. Don't have it on the day of my ex, please. I'm begging you, hold that damn thing in there. And he was born the next day, so I was like, phew, thank God. I was so scared. I was like, please don't be born on that woman's birthday. So anyway, it ended up working out. It was the next day. But I tell you one thing, and it's crazy because her mother saw my sister at her job and was saying how we were each other's love of their lives and it didn't work. And now she looks at her daughter and she didn't even want to go to the second wedding because she's ashamed of her own daughter being a Leo. See? She's ashamed of her own daughter. Because her mother wasn't like that, and neither is her brother. Her brother has 4 kids, beautiful wife, beautiful life. He's one of my best friends, always has been. It was hard dating his sister, but it ended up being like that. But I still feel we should have been together till today, but she fucked up everything. And then she ended up being who she is. So God took me away from her because he knew what was going to happen. And she was a very jealous woman because I used to be a DJ back in the day, right? And I was very popular even back when I was young. I used to do all the high school parties and, the DJ, the women all like the DJ, they want to, hey, let me see if I can bang the DJ, he's playing my favorite song. I'm drunk. So anyway, yeah. So she got mad because all these women will come up to me. Oh my God, Mark, play my song. Hey Mark, I love you. Oh my God, you're playing my song. They will come up to me and give me a hug. Thank you for saying happy birthday on the microphone. And my girlfriend's in the background like, argh. She couldn't handle it. But some women, they want the most popular guy, like I was back in school. But But she didn't. She was like, hell no. And now look, her life's all fucked up. Always getting drunk, look like some damn lizard. She looks like shit. But she was beautiful when I had her. When women leave me, they go to shit. It's a fact. See, I keep them looking good, maintain them and shit. Then when they leave me, they turn into a cracker. Not my problem. Can't say I didn't warn you. Not my problem. See what I mean? I bring the best out of a woman, and when they leave me, they go worse. Love and Life's like, shut your ass up, Mark. I'm just trying to make you guys laugh. But it is facts, though. Somebody told me that not too long ago. They was like, hey, Mark, hey, look, man, I don't mean to talk shit about your ex, but when she was with you, man, guys wanted her so much. They was wondering why she was with you and shit. She always looked banging. But now she looks like shit. I say, yep. That's what happens when you leave me. Your life goes downhill. My boy just starts laughing. I said, look, man, that thing, she still smokes dirty cigarettes every day. She probably drinks. And look who she's married to. Shit. I would feel and look like shit too. Should have just stayed with me. You would have been still banging. Still good. Still looking beautiful just for me. It's like pouring, guys. Listen to this shit. I'm gonna open up my door. You're gonna listen to the rain like. Holy shit. It's fucking pouring, you hear that? Like it's raining down. That's just nuts. It's been raining hard like all like for the past 3 hours non-stop. Hey, calm your ass down. You snore too damn much. You hear me? Calm down. It's getting worse and worse. I feel sorry for people trying to go home. Because right now it's 5:30 here. People are trying to get home, and it's like it's pouring. And it's supposed to rain all week, all weekend, right up until Tuesday. It says showers every day. This is nuts. Like it's just too. I'm complaining about the rain, but I'd rather it rain every day than get a hurricane. So I'll keep quiet. Thank you, Jesus. No hurricanes, please. You can bring the rain. It's all good. I'll shut up. Jesus be like, look, Mark, don't complain, bro. You told me you don't want no fucking hurricanes. So I'm not going to give you no damn hurricanes, but you're going to get some rain, okay? All right, Jesus. It's like a big red patch in the radar that's coming across here. I just hope you don't get no thunder and shit and lightning. I ain't heard none. But it's like pouring bad. It's like a big red patch right next to where I live. Dang. Some crazy shit. Oh, Val. boy. Wow. Bicken, the only way that's going to happen is if you make an effort to talk to her. There's a chance, yes. There's always a chance. There's a chance that she can come back to you this month. But you got to ask yourself, why would you want that person back after what they did? So it's up to you, bro. If you want to deal with that person, then go right ahead. But, you know, it's up to you. If I were you, I would not take her back because she broke a commitment and she's going around telling secrets about you. You don't want a person like that in your life. The best thing to do is find yourself another woman. That's crazy. It's simple why she hasn't reached out, because she don't care. Only a person that doesn't reach out is no answer is an answer. It means they don't care. Because if they really cared, they would try and mend it. Because she's the one who broke the commitment, apparently. So that's why I don't know why people waste so much time on people like that. I mean, I have my strong opinions about things like that, but if you broke a commitment and you go around spreading your secrets to your friends after a breakup, then what does that say? That means you can't trust that person. I don't know why people think it's so hard to get rid of people and just not be with nobody no more. When you show that person that broke up with you and you ain't done really nothing wrong and it was their fault, the best thing to do is find yourself first, get over them, and be with someone else and make that person as happy as you can. And you should be happy with that person. And that is the final thing to do. Simple. So when your ex sees you with your new woman and you're all happy and you're walking down the street and you end up being with her, that person for the rest of your life, that's the biggest like kind of revenge and kiss my ass moment. Should never go back to people like that because they're just going to keep doing it again and again and again. And then a couple months from now, she does it again. What you going to do? Keep taking her back? That's like the dumbest thing you can do to yourself. That's crazy. What do you think about the Charlie Kirk situation? Love and Life. Did you like him? Uh, I don't know. I don't have Claudia. We don't really exchange in the chat. You're not really allowed to exchange like people's personal information on here because you can get in trouble. But if she wants to give it to you, I'm sure she would. But um, yeah, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, yeah. I saw the video, and I don't want to see it ever again. But I just wanted to see it for myself. Um, oh, you never heard his point of view? Yeah, he's hated by the left, and he's hated by lots of Democrats because he says a lot of things that's controversial. He has really, you know, some people call him racist, fascist, bigot. He says a lot of things like, but he doesn't deserve to die for his views. He was one of the best debaters in the world. Yeah, because he made you question your own belief. Like he made people see that what you're believing in is wrong, you know, and what you're doing like is wrong. And he just had like he sometimes he just had basic like things, and people just like went crazy. Like he just like he made people mad. You know, he wasn't to me personally. I liked him. I didn't agree with a lot of things he said, you know, but I agree with the majority of the things he said. One thing we had in common was to not let, you know, the LGBTQ group corrupt our children. And that shit should not be in schools for to kids to learn. You know, you want to be that way, fine. That's what he said. You could be that way all you want, but don't push that agenda on people. Don't make me like you. I should like you for who you are, not for what you want to be. Like, there's a well, freedom of speech is not really free anymore. The more you say, the more like, you get a chance of getting beat up or killed. So freedom of speech isn't really free anymore because the more you say, the more chances you get you're going to get beat up for your thoughts and your views on life. But he was more of a political activist. Like, he's the one like who helped Trump get elected. He had a lot to do with it. He campaigned for him a lot. He was a very good speaker. He debated a lot of people. But he was a father and a husband. He just wanted to make a living that way. That was his way of making a living. You ain't got to kill the guy if you disagree with him. Like, but the place where he got killed, there was thousands of people there watching him and cheering him on, and then you got one jackass on a roof that disagrees with him and kills him. That shit don't make no sense. 22-year-old pretty much kid, you might as well say, compared to us. 22-year-old just put his whole life, he's gonna end up getting killed, death penalty or something they're trying to get for him. Or he could spend the rest of his life in jail. So you just threw away your whole life for killing somebody you disagree with. That makes a lot of sense. Good boy. Fucking idiot. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Yeah, the guy that got caught doing, the guy that did it, his own dad turned him in. He was all over the news. Oh, Mr. Hollywood was there. Did he fix the problem, or did he fix you? She's gonna write both. Starlink. Oh, nice. That's what's up. Support Elon. That's his shit. I don't know. I just think it's wrong. There's a lot of people that we hate or we dislike or we don't agree with, but that person doesn't deserve to die. Unless they're like, the people who deserve to die in my eyes are pedophiles, rapists, and murderers. Those are the three people that deserve to die when they commit that crime. Everybody else, do whatever you got to do. But I have no power over that. That's up to the devil himself. Oh, nice, Tanya. That's good. I'm glad. So you got sex cited while you got everything fixed. Nothing wrong with that. Keeps the juices flowing. Oh, at least you're up and running now. That's good. Yeah, I believe in that too. It depends on what it is, Oh, there you go. See. Oh, nice. Sounds good. I'll be on the big screen tonight. Dang. Between me and Mr. Hollywood, you're gonna have a great night then. Well, the thing is, love and life is, I believe in justice more than anything. Revenge is only sweet when you don't do anything to get it. And I've learned that this past 2 years. Yeah. For instance, what my ex brother-in-law did to my sister and me and this dog and my nephews, what he did to us in the past 2 years and the past umpteen years, and that's why we got rid of him. What he did to us was nothing but narcissistic. He's a piece of shit, and all of us want to beat the crap out of him because he goes around talking shit and spreading lies and rumors, and he's done a lot of bad things to us. And I have put in the minds of everyone that I promise not to do anything to him, because that's not the right. Two wrongs don't make a right. So if I send somebody to beat you up, which I can do, anybody can do it. Pay some people just slap the shit out of you. So when you recover from you getting beat up, you're still going to be the same piece of shit. Because in your mind, in his mind, he's going to say, I know they did this to me, so now I'm going to get them back. Because a narcissist always looks for revenge. So if I do that, that's going to make it worse. If I physically put my hands on him, then he's going to press charges and I'm going to go to jail, and that's going to be on my record. And that's nothing that I want on my record, especially as a businessman. and a person who doesn't believe in those things, right? Violence is never the solution, right? So what I do is I sit back and let it all go and let God deal with it. And it worked. Because now, oh shit, you saw my lights just clip out? Oh fuck. Please don't let the electricity go. Please no. Oh fuck. Well, if the electricity goes out, I got a generator. I'm good. But I hope the electricity doesn't go out. Shit. Fuck, don't go out, man. I don't want to listen to that generator. Yeah, so anyway, the whole thing is to never try and resort to revenge or violence. And I've kind of like self-taught myself that, that's not the way to go. That's not going to solve anything. Hey, it's not even fucking, it's like almost 6 o'clock and you're snoring already. Calm your ass down. I can't even hear myself talk. Fuck. Damn dog. Well, I like to put everything in God's hands. Let's just say that. And a young man, I spoke to a young man this week, and this young man said something to me. Sometimes, as you're, being this age, someone that's like, 10, 15 years younger than you can say something to you that actually, it makes sense. Like, I never really thought about it until he said it. And he said to me, the biggest karma for that guy is knowing that you're benefiting off of what he left you and how jealous he is. Yeah, the generator is great to have, but I don't want to listen to it. It's loud as shit, and I don't, and it wastes a lot of propane. So if the lights stay on, then it's nice. But at least when it goes down, at least I have a new generator. You know, I don't have a new generator. I have a new switch on there that got burnt out by the lightning. But I know everybody would definitely be annoyed if they hear my generator because they ain't got nothing. Well, for me, we have and see, that's another thing, is like he knows we have the generator, and where he lives he don't have none of that shit. So like he's probably devastated that he left the life he did, and things like that. So see, that's the real revenge, the mental karma of being jealous and being annoyed that he doesn't have what he used to have, and he never will. So it's I never really like thought about it to that extent until that young man told me. He says, You know what I think?" I say, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." He goes, "I guarantee you he's very jealous of you, and it bothers him that you are in his old workshop. You made it look good. You do everything for his children, for his, for your sister. You took the dog. You're successful. You do what you got to do. Everybody loves you and stuff, and you're a good person, and that shit eats him alive. You know. So when he talks shit about you, people know it's a lie. And I say, yeah, you're right. I never really thought about it to that extent. you know, because I'm thinking like karma should be another way, you know. Pretty much. That's what this young man told me. He said, you know what? Look what you've done to this house. It's changed dramatically since I've been here. Because this guy's been here a few times. He says, I've never seen it look this good. And you did it. You did what he should have done. But now that he knows that you've done it, it makes it worse for him. He's going to mentally be drained every day knowing that you're living a better life without him. And we all are. It bothers him a lot. I know it does. I know he's well bothered, and I know he's jealous. He always has been. So I had to be reminded of it by a person on the outside looking in that knows both of us. And he said, Mark, I'll trust you any day before I trust that fucker. He says all he does is lie and disrespect everybody. I say, yep, sounds about right. So, you know. That's why I'm not really worried about what anybody says. I just looked at what time it is and it says 5:55. That's just to assure me of what I'm saying is true. But trust me, there's in the past 2.5 years, there's been some days where I want to dress up in black, go get a ski mask, and beat the living fuck out of them. That's what I really want to do sometimes. And then I say, Mark, don't do that shit. Leave him alone. Let him ruin his own life. And I said, and everybody comes to me. People check in on me, you know, no lie. Because a lot of people, I have a lot of love. People have a lot of love for me because I'm not a bad person, you know what I'm saying? But people know that if you fuck around with me, you will find out. I'll tell you that right now. And people will fight for me. People will do shit for me. And they know that because of where I was born and raised, right? So people call me and people tell me when they see me, Mark, look, don't put your hands on that guy, you know, because that's what he wants. He wants you to ruin your life by hitting him and beating him and fucking him up. And I said, I know. They keep telling me, Mark, please don't touch him. Don't send nobody. Don't do nothing. Just leave him alone. Let God deal with it. Just like you always say, Mark, let God deal with it. I said, I am. You guys ain't got to worry. I will never do that shit. I never jeopardize my life for his, you know? Exactly. See, so that's why I'm not really worried about it. But he's definitely provoked me a lot. And I've been very strong. I'm very proud of myself for not reacting. Because the old me, I would not be sitting here. The old me would not be sitting here. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, Tanya, the jealousy is over dumb things, you know? Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing. No answer is an answer. So if you don't answer it, there is no answer for them. And they hate that. A narcissist can't a person that's bad and a narcissistic person, they can't handle no communication. So what they do is they provoke you. They provoke communication. They lie about you. They talk shit about you and it comes back to you. And then people are like starting to wonder who's telling the truth. And I still don't react. I love the new me. I'm being serious. Like, and I'm not just saying it. I'm saying it because I want people to understand. Like, you can be like a person like me who was born and raised around gangster type shit and guys who will like, you know, go slap him for you and not even leave a trace behind. But then that's gonna be on my conscience forever. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if I do that, I'm gonna get karma. So why am I gonna get karma for doing something to somebody who's getting karma already? But see, we don't think about it because our minds are constantly looking for revenge through violence or revenge through some type of way where you know it's going to hit you back in your ass, right? So it got to the point where back in June, he did something that fucked his life up forever. And it's like, see, that was like our revenge. We had to go through a lot of bullshit because of him. But now, like the whole everybody here knows the truth now. Like some people can really, like you said, they'll hang themselves. They will fuck their own life up because they can't get to you. They've tried everything and it don't work, so they end up fucking their own life up. So when that happened, I told my sister, I said, I told you that we just gotta leave him alone and he'll fuck his own life up. Just like he always does. And he did. And ever since June, he's been quiet as a mouse. Yeah. And that's the bottom line. You just gotta leave it alone. Shit will come to you. And I really hope and pray that this whole thing with Charlie Kirk doesn't start a war, because Charlie would not want us to retaliate because he was a man of God. He would tell you what I'm telling you right now. Don't retaliate, because the people that are gonna disrespect you, they're gonna get karma. God's got them on the list, and it already started today. Because a lot of people who talk shit about him on the internet lost their job because they celebrated his death. So when they got exposed, the people that they work for fired him. It's all over the internet. So you thought you was all happy celebrating this man's death, and then you lost your job. So that's your karma. You stupid fuck. Yeah. He preached God's word every day. He even went to Jerusalem where Jesus was in Bethlehem, where Jesus was born and all that. He did a whole like thing about that. He's a author of books and shit. The fuck is that? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. What was that? That was loud as fuck. It was like a whole. Wait a minute. Let me see something. It sounded like something fell, or like a bunch of bottles in a bag. The fuck? I don't see nothing on the camera. It probably was my stupid neighbor. Excuse me. It sounded like the recycling truck came here, and you heard like the bottles going in the truck. That's what it sounded like. But that shit was loud. It was probably this asshole over here. My neighbor, he's a loud ass dickhead. And when he throws like the bottles on the road, you hear clang, clang. He's like a fucking, he's very brute and loud. Fucking fool. I guarantee that was him. At least I hope so. Because usually Friday the recycling people come. Let's hope that was it. Shit. Hey Claudia. Welcome back. No, that shit. You guys didn't hear that? That shit was loud. It sounded like it was right outside my damn window. I'm like, what the fuck was that? It was like clink, clink, clink. I was like, what? It sounded like someone like breaking a window or something. But I think I know what it is. It's this jackass next door. Because what he does, he takes a bag of bottles, and he goes like that. He slams it like on the ground. Because that's what he does. He gets drunk, and that's all the bottles that he drinks. Stupid fuck. I was telling the guys that were here today cutting the trees. I was telling him, I said, yeah, don't cut too much off. I need privacy from this fucking pokey idiot. Yeah, he was Trump's friend. Yeah, he was Trump's friend. He worked for Trump. Like, he didn't really work for Trump, but he helped Trump like win the election, and he did a lot of like campaigning and telling everybody to vote for him and things like. His Trump's son is like one of his best buddies. So, like I said, he's not a perfect human being. He said a lot of things that ruffled a lot of feathers, and a lot of people don't like Trump anyway. So if they don't like Trump, they're not gonna like him. So anybody who associates with Trump that dies, people think it's okay to celebrate, which is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, my worst enemies and the people I hate in the world, I don't wish them to. I'm not gonna like wish death on them or celebrate their death. I'll probably say, oh well, karma, fuck them. I'm not gonna go on the internet and be like, yeah, like that's just stupid ass childish shit. And those people that celebrate it, they're all got a lot of them got fired from their job because they went viral talking shit. Good, fuck 'em. Despite what the guy was or what he said or how he was, you ain't gotta kill the guy. Like, that's just stupid, dumbass shit. So many people have gotten assassinated in the past umpteen years, like good people. I don't know if you guys know who Kevin Samuels is. You guys remember Kevin Samuels? He used to diss women and tell them they were like they would come on his podcast and he'll be like dissing the shit out of them and stuff. And then he died and all these women were celebrating his death. Kevin Samuels used to diss the shit out of like fat women, and he used to dislike women in general who thought they were like God's gift to the world. He's an American consultant. He died at the age of 53. What's your problem, Diamond? Huh? Let me just give her some water. Hold on a second. Why you gotta be annoying? Why? You're a stinky, wet dog. I've never seen a dumb dog like you that will go in the rain and get wet but don't want a bath and runs from the hose and water. You don't know, well, Kevin Samuels was he's a black guy, he's very popular. And he had a podcast where he like talks to people about relationships, and he would bring women on his podcast and say, how do you value yourself? How do you rate yourself? What do you bring to the table as a woman? in a relationship, and like what makes you feel like you're worth a man's time. And he would diss all the women, like, because they would be living in la la land thinking that they're actually a 10, you know, right? Or he used to diss women, like, and a lot of people hated him, like, especially women. They used to call him a misogynist and, woman hater and shit like that. So, you having fun over there? All right, good. So, anyway, he ended up dying all of a sudden. And when he died, I remember a lot of people celebrated his death. They were like, that's what you get. That's what you get for disrespecting me. And that's what you get for talking about fat women. That's what you get for talking about women. You're a this, you're a that. He got called every name in the book. They dissed the shit out of him. They celebrated his death like it was a holiday. All because of his opinions of women, what he said to women. He used to be funny as shit, right? He used to have sound effects. He used to like shut up, bitch, and he'd hang up the phone. Like, he would diss, like, stupid women that thought that their shit didn't stink. Like, he'll put you in your place. And then he died. And then when he died, bang. He died recently too. I think it's been like a few years since he died. I used to love listening to him. He was fucking funny. Yeah, he's been dead 3 years. He's been dead for 3 years now. And trust me, you watch some of his videos, he was hilarious. He was so funny. He used to like diss pure people. And he made pure money off of his podcast. He was like, he was cool. He was funny as shit. So anyway, yeah, when he died, so many women were celebrating. It's disgusting, but whatever. But yeah, I remember people are telling me, "Oh, I don't remember people celebrating people's deaths." I do. Go ask people about Kevin Samuels. They celebrated his death, and he was just like Charlie Kirk. He used to talk a lot of shit about people and about ways of life, and he was against like the gay community and transgenders and all that. He was totally against all that shit. He spoke out about all that stuff, and he dissed like a lot of people. But he was right about a lot of things too. It was just his beliefs. People can't be killing people for their beliefs, man. It's stupid. Like I tell people all the time, if you don't like somebody, walk away. If you don't want to hear somebody's podcast, don't listen to it. Scroll. There's so many channels you could be a part of. So go to the place where you feel the best. And if you don't like somebody, don't go in their room and troll them and talk shit to them. Leave them the fuck alone. So yeah, that's one person that I remember that got dissed while they died. A lot of people, another person that when they died, people were happy was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, John F. Kennedy, Ronald Reagan. When Ronald Reagan died, people were celebrating too, because he tried to like end the war on drugs, and he made all this shit happen for drug lords, and he got drugs off the street, had hard laws and rules and shit, try to make America, a good place. And when he died, he got shot at a few times too, Ronald Reagan. I remember that shit. They tried killing him plenty of times. And that's the thing. But before Charlie died, he went on a podcast not too long ago and said that he got ran out of restaurants. When he went public with his children and wife, people recognized and wanted to beat him up and shit, harm his children and his wife. He said people were just nasty, like. and all he wanted to do is debate people and have a good time. But and if somebody was like calling him names, he wouldn't even care. He would just say, "Yeah, come up here. You got a lot of anger in you. Hopefully, God will help you." You know, he would always say that shit. He'd be like, "You shouldn't talk like that. You know, you need God in your life. You know, you need Jesus." And people would be like, "Yeah, fuck you." Blah, 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 blah. But he'll always try and like calm the person down and be real with them and show them shit and change their mind about how they are. People will go in there and disrespect the shit out of him, and he won't even care. He'll just look at him and be like, "Okay, let's have a conversation. You know, why are you running from me? Come back. Let's talk about it." See, but they knew that he wanted to come with the debate, so they'll hate him. They want to kill him. That's why it's not worth being, you know, in front of a bunch of people nowadays, because you can get severely hurt. It's not good to be popular. Being popular is a burden of your life. Trust me. And that's why I never ever want to be popular. Hell no. I love my life. I want to go out in public and I want to be happy. I don't want nobody to recognize me. I don't want to be popular. I would hate that life. Hell no. Can't go nowhere. Gotta order your groceries online. And then if somebody recognizes you and they bring the groceries, oh shit, I saw Mark. You know that guy, yeah. I saw him. I delivered groceries to him. Claudia, you said Marky, did you watch a guy named Mark Dice? Let me see. Let me see who that is. No. I don't know who this guy is. I've seen him before, but I don't really like. I haven't followed him or anything. Like I don't know who like he really is or what he's about. It says it's an American YouTuber, conservative political commentator, author, activist, and conspiracy theorist. He's my age. Well, he's 47. He goes 48 in December. He's a Capricorn. Yeah, I don't know who he is. He's a Republican, so that's good. He's just not a lefty. Crazy fuck. He had a TV series. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll check him out though. He says dating short girls is bad for my posture. His fucking ass. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You can't do that shit. That's just disrespectful, man. Like death threats and all that shit. That's just like absolutely dumb. It's just like these idiots in Chicago. Trump said he's sending in the National Guard, all these wannabe gangsters. You think a gangster has TikTok and gonna expose himself and tell on himself? You're speaking for people you're not even near, not even no gangster. Ain't no gangster gonna go up against no National Guard, you dumbass. So these wannabe wanksters, that's what I call them on in Chicago, are like, don't bring the National Guard, Trump. We got switches, we got guns. You don't know who you're fucking with. This ain't DC. Are you dumb? Baltimore and DC is one of the roughest states for gangsters and crime, just like Chicago. Baltimore is just as bad as Chicago. Don't tell me I've been there. These idiots acting like Chicago is like the worst place on earth. Man, National Guard's coming down there and you're gonna go home and play PlayStation with your boys. Because if you come outside and start shooting, you're gonna get a big bullet right through your whole damn body. Your shit's gonna be missing. I dare you come out there and fuck with the National Guard. Look where that got people. Nowhere. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people in America. I swear that they're going off the deep end, acting like they're gonna do something. Don't you know that by what Trump is doing, he's trying to make, like he says, his slogan is "Make America Great Again." And the only way that's gonna happen is if you go to these bad cities and make them better. Stop the violence, stop the killing, stop the shooting, stop the murderers. That shit's gotta stop, man. And the only way you can do it is do what he's doing. He's trying to make it better. And I agree with what he's doing. If I was living in Chicago or DC, and I know people that come in this room from both of those places, and they've come in here and admitted to me that Trump's right and that where they live is a shithole, full of crime, full of bad shit. So if people I know that live in those two places have come in this room and told me that it is true that where we live is a shithole and there's a lot of crime and a lot of violence and people get shot every day, we don't feel safe. And what Trump's doing is great. So if I have people coming in here telling me that to my face in my chat room, then what does that say? You see people on videos every day on TikTok. Please send them because this place is crazy. I'm scared for my life. So if people are saying that, and then you got a bunch of wannabe gangsters talking about don't come here, because if they come here, you won't be able to do what you want. They're gonna stop crime and violence, and you don't want that because you think that I want to be a gangster and go out there and kill people and sell drugs to fucking innocent people, and then you're gonna you're gonna ruining somebody's life. So I totally agree with what Trump's doing in that aspect. He's trying to make places better. The fuck you mean? Don't you want to be safe when you walk down the street? Last I checked, I do. If you don't want to, then that's your problem. You're an idiot. You got to send somebody down there because the police can't handle it. You see police getting rocked every day. And then when a police kills a certain race or a color of a person or kill somebody, oh, the police are fucked up. So what the police are for then? And I know, trust me, I know there's a lot of corrupt cops out there because they got a power trip. But you can't like keep thinking that the minority is better than the majority, because the majority of people in the world are not bad. It's the minority that ruin it. And if you don't know that by now, then I feel sorry for you because your brain ain't working. In Bermuda, we have gang violence. And I want Bermuda's government to do what they're doing. Put police on the streets. We guys got a special unit here with machine guns and shit. So if shit gets out of hand, these gangsters are getting holes through their skulls. And the government's already warned them. You keep it up and it's shoot to kill. We're going to get rid of you because we're tired of you. There's like a bunch of police officers here that are trained like a SWAT team. And for Bermuda to have a SWAT team is ridiculous. We shouldn't have that. We shouldn't. Guns are illegal here. You can't have a gun here. The only way you're going to have a gun is if you smuggle it in or you steal it from the army. That's it. And most guns get smuggled in some way, somehow. But it's illegal here. And I want to live in a place where guns are illegal. Hell yeah. Because I have less of a chance to get shot. Fucking right. And most the gun violence here is gang related every time. It's one gang killing another gang. Oh, I'm getting you back for killing my boy. Oh yeah, you killed my sister. You killed this. Okay, we're gonna kill you now. That's exactly what happens in Bermuda every year. Gang violence. About at least 10 guys die every year of gang violence by a gun. The rest is stabbing, beating, shit like that. But I want to be here for the rest of my life. As long as guns ain't legal here, I'm good to go. Hell no. And that's why I'm staying put. I'm not traveling nowhere. I'm staying right here. Because in Bermuda, I feel very safe. And I feel the love. I feel the energy. The people are good here. There's a lot of dumbass people here too, but the violence is not really a big thing here. There's not much violence going on and crime and bad shit. Like it's not overpowering our society here like it is other places. Nobody gets shot and killed here every day. You know, more people die on the street on the roads, like in cars and bikes than get shot. There's no such thing. You can look it up if you think I'm bullshitting. Bermuda is another world, just like the song says. Bermuda is another world. We don't want that type of bullshit around here. Mm-mm. And all that shit, a lot of stuff is tolerated here to an extent, but it will never be accepted. Like gay marriage is not accepted here. You want to get married, go somewhere else. We're not doing that shit around here, bro. You can be gay all you want, and you have some rights here and stuff, but you won't be able to get married here. Ain't happening. Not in the church. You can get married here, but not in no church. They ain't having that. And Bermuda has the most churches in the world per capita. And see, during the month of June, when they have Pride Month here, they have a parade and they do their thing. They get blasted all over the internet. People diss the shit out of them, talk bad about them, and they still go out and do their thing. And nobody gets killed, nobody gets shot, no violence. People here are just like, okay, you want your one day of, your parade? Go right ahead. But don't think that you're gonna be freely walking around here doing what the fuck you want, like the states and all that. That ain't gonna happen. Because you'll get beat up. Literally. I'm telling you. People don't tolerate that. They'll get caught out and shit. So and there's no like transgenders openly walking around on the streets in Bermuda. Because if you do, it's not gonna be good for you. That's how it is here. You don't tolerate certain things. Because Bermuda is like a very religious place where people still have morals and values, and we don't want that. We don't want what everybody else does in the world. We want to be unique in our own way. We have our own franchises. We don't need yours. We have our own way of living. We don't need yours. We don't give a fuck if you want to be that way. Just don't bring it around us. You respect us, we'll respect you. It's simple. But don't think you're gonna flaunt your bullshit all over the place like America does. That ain't gonna work here. I dare you. There was a guy, right? I don't know if I ever said this on here, but there was a guy who I knew he was gay, right? But I had no problem with him because he didn't force it on me. He didn't like me. He had a boyfriend. But he was like, he came from a family which I was very much a part of. And he felt me and him saw each other at a rugby festival, right? Where people were playing rugby and they had like all these people around, like they had like a festival, people are playing rugby, blah, blah, blah. It's like a big thing. It's called the Rugby Classic. So I saw him. So I said, hey, what's up, bro? You good? He's like, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. And it was pouring rain. I'll never forget it. We were all underneath a tent. So I knew, like, he's gay and whatever. And I didn't care. Like, as long as, like, he doesn't try and talk shit to me, then that's fine. So me and him were talking for about an hour, right? And I didn't care what people thought about me talking to him because he was the way he is. I'm never going to discriminate a person because of their beliefs or what they want to do to a certain extent unless they push it on me. So me and him were talking, and then all these fine ass women come up to him. Hey, because gay guys, they have all these fine women around them, right? So I'm like, dang, he's gonna be my friend today. So he started introducing me all to these fucking sexy things. I'm like, oh good lord, oh hey, how you doing? Yes, I'm Mark. I'm like, yeah, I'm his friend. Yeah, yeah, we're friends, but I'm not gay. I like you though. So he introduced me to all these chicks, and I was like, oh dang, this is what's up. I'll hang around here for a little while, bro. You could be my gay friend that hooks me up with some straight women. Hey, bro, enough respect to you. And he was like, and we never spoke about like what he does is his private life. But he got so uncomfortable here being gay that he ended up marrying a guy and moving to Chicago because he couldn't live here no more because nobody wanted to accept him for who he was. I did. I accepted him to a certain extent. But then he started doing dumb shit on the internet. And that's when I cut him off. Because you got nephews, bro. You know? You shouldn't be doing that shit. Like, you know? You know. So his nephews kind of like cut him off and his brother and his family because he started acting like too crazy. So anyway, yeah, that's a story I wanted to share. But at the end of the day, I don't hate him or anything. You know. Teresa said, guess what? My so-called father blocked me on Facebook. Well, that means that, you know, that means you're free of a toxic person in your life. Not all fathers and mothers are good. The best thing is you are a good mother. That's all that matters, Teresa. You be the best mom and grandmom you can ever be. You know, sometimes our fathers and mothers or people's fathers and mothers are trash. You know, they act fucking stupid, disrespect their children. And because he disrespects you, he's going to hell. It says it right in the Bible. A man who disrespects their children and wife is going to hell. So he's already, that's why Spirit's trying to get you away from him. Spirit's trying to get you away from him. You're trying to be cool with him and find out how he's doing, and you're trying to be the better person, but it's not going to work. When I read that situation that time, I actually saw that he was thinking about communicating with you and mending things, but the devil don't do that. You know, I don't want to call your dad names, but you know, that's the mentality he has. If he don't want to associate with his own daughter, then that just shows who the person he is. And from what you told me about him, I wouldn't associate with him anyway. Right? You told me that already. You told me a while ago when I first met you. You told me we had a conversation about this, and you said that he was the devil. You said that he said nasty shit to you and treated you like shit. So guess what? He did you a favor by blocking you. Just look at it that way. That's all. I know it hurts and I know it's fucked up because of the type of person you are. You're willing to forgive and forget and willing to help, you know, to like, you know, end the war and that's the type of person you are, and I appreciate that. And God does too. But you're never gonna change people. I've been telling people this forever. People don't change. If they do, it's a miracle. And miracles barely happen when it comes to people changing. But see, this is all spirit showing you, you know. Yeah, that's fine. You can tell me because I understand, you know. And that's why I can't relate to certain people's parental shit because that's not my dad and my mom are not devils. They, you know, they piss me off and they aggravate me and they were like kind of, you know, very strict and annoying, and they still are. But devils, no. Disrespectful, no. They love their children, even though they don't say it to us. But I know deep down inside they do. They ain't never really done no devilish shit to me. Well, I believe that. And that's all that matters. That's the person that's trying to help you get away from him. If you think about it, your mom's probably protecting you from him. Oh, you're going to your Reiki class? Good. Concentrate on that. Don't let that shit bother you, Teresa. Be strong and understand that you did your part. If you know deep down in your heart you did whatever you can to try and get him to like realize that you wanted peace with him, and that's all you can do is know that you did your best. Fuck him. That's how it goes. That's how I am with everybody. I don't care if you're my father, your mother, brother, sister, or client. You fuck around, and I don't even want to look at you or deal with you ever again. And I think more people need to be like that. You need to cut people off. Fuck them. They don't deserve you. You're too good of a person for people to be mingling with and talking to and being friends with. And I know it's harsh sometimes me saying things like that to people, but it's not. It's reality. You have to protect your energy and your life and your heart and your soul, and not to go around people that don't give a shit about you. You know, give what you get and get what you give. You're only supposed to reciprocate energy with people who love you and actually give a shit about you. The people that don't, why? Yeah, see? You did what you had to do. Let me give you a card before I go. Before I go, you go. Oh, shit. Let me give you a card real quick. Okay. All right. Your card, Teresa, is Serenity. Your card is Serenity, Teresa. It says the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is the time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotion that is left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Amen. Hallelujah. Couldn't have been said any better. There you go. That's confirmation for you right there. I just finished telling you before the damn card was pulled. Deal with yourself. Know that you're the greatest mom and grandmom. And who cares? If your dad wants to be the devil, your mother in spirit's trying to get you away from him. That's why she left him in the first place. You can only do so much. And if you're not accepted, then don't try to be. You're welcome, Teresa. And I know you left, but Claudia told me to thank you very much for paying it forward. And right after you left, she paid it forward to somebody else. So love you guys for being like that to each other and respecting and loving each other. And that's all we should be doing. Oh, here she is. So, like I tell people all the time, being good reflects on your character and who you really are as a person. And don't ever think that you're too good or you do too much to people. Doing good things for people and not getting nothing in return right away is not a burden or fucked up. What it is a lifetime commitment to what you're going to do for yourself. Love and life. You want a card before I go? Right back at you, Teresa. I told a friend of mine the other day that I have so much good people in my room now that it's more of a blessing to come in here now, because I feel like I have the right people finally after all these years. I still have my old friends, obviously, like Love and Life's been here forever, and Barbie and Virgo, and a lot of my friends come in here still from way back from when I started, And now I have new good friends that I've recently met. All right. Love and life, you got receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now is the time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb of the flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. See, I just allowed you to receive a message from me. See, you give me your friendship, which I appreciate for many years, and now you get to receive a message through me, through spirit. See that? Receive and give. You can't make this shit up. I must be psychic on Fridays. Holy shit. But that's what I preach on here every damn week, is letting go of the negative people in your life. You don't need nobody to complete yourself. Yeah, I'm psychic on Saturdays too, yeah. But we have to see tomorrow, see how it goes. But I tell people all the time, get rid of everybody who no longer serves you. Like, getting rid of somebody means like not entertaining them, talking to them. You limit yourself with them, limit your energy with that person, limit everything. That's how it goes. Yeah, that's right. I'm only psychic after 9 p.m. Yeah. If you catch me at nighttime, I'm more psychic than I am during the day. So right now I'm psychic, but I'm even better at nighttime. Yeah, honest. You're welcome, love and life, anytime. You guys welcome, and thank you for being a part of me and a part of this channel, and I appreciate all of you very much. I'm going to go make dinner now because everybody's coming home now, and I'm gonna start making my dinner. I'm having fresh fish and fries tonight. All right, guys, love you all. I'll be back later on. I'll probably be back in like 3 hours from now. It's 6:42. I'll probably be back around 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. I'll probably be here. Oh, definitely. So remember, tonight I'm more psychic, At nighttime, I'm even better. All right, guys. See you later.